Hi everybody, this is Jean and I'm back tonight after a long time. And I've been doing a little bit of art this last month, kind of trying out different glasses, trying to work around having very poor eyesight for so long, but especially after the cataracts were done. It's just been kind of a long haul, and I'm not there yet because I don't have my glasses. I go next week to get my glasses. So right now I'm winging it with my old trifocals that don't work well, but the but I'm gonna give you a peek at what I've been working in this doodle book, just because it's handy right now. And so I didn't even start this. I bought this to work in this year, and I decided I was tired of doodling because I did a doodle journal last year, and it was kind of hard. And so this year I've just played in it a little bit, and I think I'll come to the page and it'll tell you what day it was that I started it, but it was like in July sometime. And I just have just tried to do just a little bit here and there because I really can't look at anything for any really length, you know, for I don't even know how to explain. It's very complicated how I see, but trust me, I can see, and right now I have wonderful distance vision. Doesn't help me at my art table, but I have wonderful distance vision, and I do not need glasses for those, thanks to the new lens implants. So anyway, so I'm starting here. You'll have to ignore my fingernail polish. It's left over from Halloween. And I tried to cover up the green without redoing all of my nails. And I just did it really quick. And, you know, that's how I roll. I just try to instead of doing everything right. I've actually tried to do a video before. I've had my nails done twice, thinking that I could sit down and do a video, and I just haven't been able to do it. I'm just out of practice. I just don't really know. I don't really know why I'm so out of practice. I mean, I know why I'm so out of practice. I don't know why. I can't just jump right back into this, and it's taking a little bit of time for me to get comfortable again. I've done a couple videos and they don't sound like me, so I don't know. I think maybe you might have to put up with a weird me for a while until I get my footing again or get in stride doing this. You know, it's something, if you don't do it, you kind of get out of practice, I guess. But anyway, this is just some play stuff. This book has pages and pages and pages of directions on how to use it, so I decided to just cover them up with a little bit of collage, and that was kind of fun, kind of play with. I haven't done. I thought I would do collage and all that while I was away from my YouTube channel, but I didn't. I spent my time watching videos and watching videos and more videos and more videos, because if I sat up really close to the TV, I could somewhat see. So anyway, I've been trying to cover up these pages. I don't really have a whole lot really to show you tonight. You know, I like to have come back with a beautiful journal of all kinds of wonderful things I've made, but no, I just kind of played around, and like I say, I've got I don't think there's anything on these pages at all from here. Oh, there's a couple things. Okay, let's just kind of flip through here really quick to find the first things. One of the things I did is I did do Inktober. And several of you are on my Instagram channel, and that's where I posted my Inktober drawings. So I tried to put down what day. I didn't do anything in order here. I just opened up this book and I just played around. And one thing I would like to do is color in some of these. I've colored in most of them, but Inktober, I was just going to be a purist and do just an ink drawing on this nice little colored background, because all these pages have just nice little backgrounds on them. And I thought, well, that would be fun. So here I am, day 5, still being a purist and just working with ink. And with Inktober, you draw everything in ink and let the chips fall where they may. And there's a prompt. And this prompt was Raven. So I named her Raven. Anyway, life is too short to be normal. Just stay weird. And that's kind of my philosophy. This was just a doodle I did one day while I was watching TV. This was the last day of Inktober. So we are really jumping in. The prompt was risk, and I thought of doing this because my daughter, I saw a picture of her sitting on the edge of a cliff, and I really don't know how the cliff was. It just looked like a big cliff. But I thought to myself, I hope she doesn't, you know, because she does a lot of traveling, that I hope she doesn't sit on the edges of these kind of cliffs, because they do break sometimes. You know, you never know when they're going to fall, and that's how rocks are. This I started sketching, and I didn't do anything with it. This was day 30 of Inktober, and the word was slither. So I'm thinking, I don't want to do slithery stuff. And I just, you know, everybody was doing snakes and, you know, just old gross, icky stuff. And I happened to think, oh, gummy worms. So I did some gummy worms. I didn't mark what day in Inktober this was, but this particular picture, I think it was the sound that it makes when you open it up, not whoosh, but gosh, I can't even remember the word now. I probably should have been more prepared. I didn't realize I haven't written all of these out, but this was actually my highest one for likes, so people like that. But I've just been playing around. Like I say, I started out being a purist, and then I went right into coloring it. Like I'm just compelled. I just have to color in stuff. This one was, oh, leek. I think this word was leek. And so I was remembering the little Dutch boy who stuck his finger in the dike and saved the Netherlands from flooding, keeping the dike here from breaking. And when I started researching and looking around and trying to see what I wanted to draw, I discovered that the little Dutch boy that did that was Hans Brinker. The book Hans Brinker, or The Silver Skates. And I thought that was a whole different Dutch person. But apparently as a child, he was the one that did that. My son was doing painted rocks. He has a channel, Everybody Loves Stout, on Instagram. And I'll leave a link to that. But he's doing... He's decided to do painted rocks. He's had fun with that. And we did some pours after we decided that painting a rock and putting a paw print on them just wasn't artsy enough, just wasn't fun enough. And, you know, he just wanted something a little bit more clever, I guess. So I took the stencil and I kind of played around with the stencil afterwards because I thought, gosh, better use up this stencil you paid $7 for. Like, I would never do that. Walk into a store and pay $7 for something that I wasn't sure I was going to use over and over and over and over. But anyway, well, he thought he was going to use it over and over and over. But anyway, he went into Hobby Lobby and paid full price for a stencil. And I think I have probably something here. But anyway, I had to use it. This was Inktober Day 4. The word was not. So, so I drew her, and boy, she has a rough-looking face. And maybe I can soften her when I decide to go back and paint her, because I've gone back and painted some of these. But there's the knot of the ribbon in her hair. So it was a big stretch because at this time I don't think I was following any of the prompts, and I had to kind of figure out what. Usually when I do a challenge like that, I'm so rebellious. I don't like to follow prompts. I just like to do what I like to do, what I feel like doing when I'm ready to sit down and do it. So I don't want to have to struggle to fit in with their idea of what I should be doing. So I started out Inktober the same way I always did, but somehow I got caught up in the prompts about day 8 or 9 or something, and I decided to just follow the prompts, and it was really quite the challenge, but it was actually kind of fun, even though Inktober really isn't my cup of tea because I don't know, but I just felt like I wanted to do it because I really can't do much of anything else. So I was craving some artistic stuff. So anyway, so that was day 4, and I was still being a purist at day 4 and just doing the ink. Let's see. This was something I did during the summer. This particular black emblem was already on the page. Like if you've seen some of these other ones, they have things, they have writing, and they have words, some words on here. And here's like, that's on there that they did. And then you're supposed to kind of take it from there. Okay, so I took it from there, and I said, I have not yet discovered if I am wise or not. I just had kind of fun doing the owls. Janet Nash was doing owls, and I felt it was something that I would like to draw. So anyway, that's what I drew. Betsy Doodle was doing mushrooms, and I started out Inktober Day 1 doodling mushrooms on this page. I had already done all the doodling around the circles on the page that was there. The page just had soft circles on it, blobs of color. And so I had doodled on it, and I was looking for a spot that was pure white to do my Inktober drawing. And the word was crystal. So I just, no way could I figure out how to turn these mushrooms into anything crystal. So if you can think of something, then I can call it crystal, but that was the word of the day, and I didn't follow the prompt. This was just some doodling that I was doing, and nothing much going on there. I'm not sure what day this was. The word was connect, and I was very surprised because I thought, oh, connect with God through prayer. So so I did that, and I was really shocked because I looked through hundreds of drawings to see, I think about 500, I think, and I only saw one other person that did a prayer, and two people who did like a connect with a spiritual being, but everybody else had plugs of some sort. Inktober. So I'm thinking, are we not connecting with God as a whole, as a society, as a world society. Is that the deal? I'm sure there were more, because there are thousands of thousands of people do this every day in October. They follow the Inktober prompts. So I only looked at around 500, but still, I was looking for that and I didn't find it. This one was Splat, day 25, and that was kind of fun to draw. I enjoyed doing that. This was Inktober day 10, and it was Pick. And I don't have anything, I can't think of anything to go with Pick, but it was a drawing that I did just for fun. It was inspired by, you know who he is. My mind has just gone blank. It'll come to me. This was my first doodle. Okay, July 30th was the first one I did. And I picked up my book. It had been a month since I had done anything. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to do that. And then right away the next day I did this. I covered that page with those Zen doodles. And I thought, oh, this is a Zen doodle book. So maybe I should do something Zen-y. So anyway, so that was in late July, and then I kind of started doing, you know, other drawings, not in October here. This was day 9. The word was pressure, and I thought, ooh, I'm going to do a beatnik, because they don't worry about pressure at all. They are very non-pressure people. Everything is cool, man. You dig? Hey, Daddy-o. And truthfully, I knew beatniks when I was a child. Beatniks were big in the 50s. They were the precursor to hippies. And I knew beatniks. Oop. That's my drops chart. Today was my last day for doing drops. 8.5 weeks. For doing drops. Did nothing on this page. Oh, I know why. I thought I had to fill in dots, because there was, you know, so complicated to do these, and especially at the beginning of the second group of them, it was overlapping. So one day I was doing all these in one eye and this row here in the other eye, finishing up. So anyway, I just colored in dots for 8.5 weeks. So I thought, ooh, if I ever get a hankering to do more dots, I'm going to fill in dots here. I don't know if you can see the dots on that page. I'm going to fill in these pages with dots. The way my mind works, I'm telling you. Okay, Inktober day 27. The word was fan. And I guess I'm going to have to say I'm a fan of Maxie the Bulldog. And I follow Maxie the Bulldog on Instagram, and oh my goodness, cute as a button. This old dog, just so wrinkly and fun. I just love him. Anyway, I tried to do Maxie the Bulldog. I've tried to do Stout, not done very well. This one I tried to fit into an Inktober because I'd already drawn it, and there was a couple days I was desperate. But I never did fit it in, and it was just something I just did one day, just as I was trying to satisfy my creative, what would you call that? I was feeling a little fledgling bits of creativity, so I thought I would do something like that. This one I was trying to follow the prompt on here like a bird, and it says, you are a bird floating in the air currents, what do you see below? And I was sitting out on my front porch, and I thought, okay, well, this is what I see. I have a long walkway here and a big bush with a lot of flowers on it. Rosa Sharon, and this is where my yarrow is, the strawberry yarrow that I was drawing. Here's my mailbox. It's a little house, so you just see the peaked roof. Anyway, it's weak. Okay, it's weak. I know it's weak. Here we go. I was watching, oh, what is James Luke Burke. I was watching, that's who inspired me back here. That one. That's one of his kind of drawings. And I was watching one of his videos. And I was watching a video here. And I thought, you know, I never draw along with these videos, even when I have good eyesight. So, so I just got out my pen and I drew along with him. And that's what I came up with. Skeleton girl. And I tried to fit that into my Inktober, and I was unsuccessful, and I just let it go. This, I got those pens that their color, and the color goes to the side. It's like gold, and the color melts to the side, and it really doesn't have a lot of color on the side. It definitely looks just silvery and goldish. I think it's silver. But I was just playing with that. That's my favorite doodle to do. I love to do those little squirrels. This here, I was reading about something. Oh, I know. I was reading about pens. And they said that back in the 1800s, when they first made this particular pen, which I didn't write down what kind of pen it was. It said that how they tested them out is they wrote out the word Johnson because it had all the elements to test out a pen, that one word. And I don't know what the elements were because they didn't say what they were, but I just started writing Johnson, Johnson, Johnson. Anyway, that's how my mind goes. Okay. So I don't know if there's anything here on these pages. But isn't this just a lovely book? All these wonderful pages ready to work on. Already done. Of course, it's always more fun to make your own pages. But it was, I have something. Oh, this is like doodle something in each box every day for 8 days. This is a book of prompts, which of course I don't do. And like I say, I'm trying to cover up. Just the other day, I just thought, oh, I haven't done, I can't believe I haven't done, I just started cutting out of a magazine, and I put together that page, and that was really fun. This is Inktober Day 21, Fuzzy. And I had kind of fun with that. That's so cute. I think that's one of my favorite ones. This was Inktober Watch, I think was the prompt, but it was Inktober Day 8, and I wasn't following the prompts. But this is like a little doggy. He's laying on a pillow, and these are the tassels, even though it looks like his feet. It looks like he's clutching the pillow with all 4 feet. But those are tassels. He's just laying on the pillow. And I put, I can't go with you? Well, then I'll just stay here and hug my pillow. Oh, I was going to pretend that those were the feet, but they really weren't. I made them in tassels, and then I thought it looks like feet, so I acted like he was hugging the pillow, but he really wasn't. He was laying. I'm confessing to you all that I'm deceptive on this page. Okay. When I was doing the beatnik for that other Inktober one, I wasn't happy with this one. I thought it was kind of fun. And I said, and the beat goes on. I think that was playing on the radio. But anyway, I wasn't particularly happy with that. And that's the only one I redid. Every other one, I went with whatever I came up with. This was Loop. It was day 19, and you had to draw something that had to do with loops. So I did the loops of the vining of pumpkin plant. And I called it Jacko Loop Turn. Okay. This was, I'm not sure what day it was, but the word was sprout. So I thought, I remembered that the Jolly Green Giant, which my daughter Shelley visited this summer, and she sent me some stuff, and I saw a little sprout, and I thought, oh, I'm going to draw that. And then I thought, well, nobody will know who Little Sprout is, because people, I don't know. I'm going to bet, did any of you in the comments tell me whether you knew who Little Sprout was? Okay. Anyway, but I tried to give some hints by drawing some vegetables, some peas, because they were green, and they were much more identifiable than spinach or Swiss chard, which, by the way, I bought 2 packets of seeds, and I bought one and they sent me the wrong. I bought the rainbow and they sent me the regular, so they sent me the rainbow. So I had 2 packets of seeds and I didn't plant them. Can you believe that? I didn't plant them. But anyway, Swiss chard or spinach or anything else green wouldn't show up much. Maybe a cabbage might have. But anyway, I drew peas, and I put a little tiny ho, ho, ho. Because the regular Green Giant, his ho, ho, ho was really big and loud and deep. Anyway, somebody said, oh, that reminds me of the Jolly Green Giant because of the ho, ho, ho. So I know people just don't know who Little Sprout is. Okay. Shouldn't be this long. This was something I did August 21. I actually dated it, believe it or not. And see, I go from that kind of drawing to that kind of doodling. Because that's just how I am. This bled through, this ink thing, it bled through, so I painted it on the back. Yes, that's how it was. Yeah, I did this one first, and I had to paint it on the back. And then this one, A Posy a Day Keeps the Goblins Away, and I don't even know where that came out of. That was done way back in August. I wasn't even thinking Halloween. So, and that one's perspective is so far off. I mean, I just don't like that one at all. And that one may get covered up. This one, I just, I glued some tissue paper on there because I'm trying to cover up all these little things. And this I just doodled on, finding your, I think it was Zen. And I thought, well, eventually I'll cover that up, but I've not. And I still have time to play in this book. And you know what? I actually bought a bunch of these because I don't know why, but anyway, I did. This was my blue bottle tree. I drew it because this was in my garden. This was my bird bath here and the drain pipe to my house. This is the house, and there's like a little garden, and there's a fence back there. And I have my blue bottle tree, and I love my blue bottle tree. I just love it, love it, love it. And I found out after I made it that it's to help ward evil spirits from entering your house if you have a blue bottle tree. And there are thousands of people in Kentucky and all these kind of backwoods areas that believe in that. And so anyway, but I just loved my blue bottle tree because it was fun. It was a dead shrub that was there, and I just put these little blue bottles. I happened to be at the bins one day, and it was a big bag of little blue bottles. And I had been trying to collect blue water bottles. Like people buy water in these blue bottles. I've been trying to collect those, and I hadn't gotten very far, and here I had, it was just a gift. Anyway, so I was very happy I made my blue bottle tree, but I've had it for 3 years, and that tree finally fell over. Yep, it's gone. It's gone. I no longer have a blue bottle tree. But when it fell over, I thought, I'm going to draw that so I'll remember my blue bottle tree, even though I have several pictures of it, photographs of it. This one says, love thyself. So I started writing out things that I like about myself. I don't know that I love these things about myself. But I started thinking, okay, and I wrote like, I think this was the first thing I wrote. I can almost always tell. No, that's not the first thing I wrote. I wrote, I'm a good listener. That's the first thing I wrote. Because I am. I'm a very good listener. I do a lot of talking here on YouTube. But in real life, away from the camera, I don't do a lot of talking. I'm really mostly a listener. And then I wrote, I'm adventurous. I'm unconventional. I'm creative. I'm happy in my own company. I mean, I just started writing all kinds of things. And it was like the floodgates. I found out I like a lot of things about myself. That was kind of fun to figure out. That was very fun. Anyway, and then I found these, I brought those home from the bins one day and I just started putting them everywhere in the book. You'll see them all through. You'll see I've just stuck them in here. For no reason, just because I wanted to use them up, because when I buy things I feel compelled to use it up. Okay, Inktober Day 16, Compass, and this was my second highest one, and she's got this look on her face like, oh no, because she's going north, and in her hand is her map, hiking to Florida. My little joke. Okay, Inktober Day 11, sour. That was it, sour. Okay, and I don't know, I just wrote that. You are not alone. Everything is going to be okay. Don't be sour. I think that was the last day I didn't follow the prompt. Anyway, and that was kind of fun. And I kind of like that. We aren't alone. Even though some of us are alone. But overall, we're not alone. There are connections. So everything's going to be okay. And I wasn't feeling sad or alone or anything. I was just trying to do something for Inktober, and that was cute. Okay, at the bins, I found this. It was a sheet of all these little squares, and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do with those, and they've been kicking around for a year. Right in front of me, it's been sitting there on my table for a year. And I thought, I'm going to use those up. I pulled out. I thought, I'm gonna draw something with these. And I pulled out took them out of the package, and it turns out there's 3 sheets of them. Well, I only used one on this, but I made a flower, and I'm very happy with my little flower. But they wouldn't stick. You know how they do. If something isn't used right away, it kind of loses its stickiness if you buy it secondhand. So anyway, I had to go back and and glue all these down. Even though they stuck there originally, I had to go back and glue them all down. But I had carried this book around, or else I had just held the book up, and several of them dropped out, and I kept finding these little squares different places in the house. So I think what I was doing, I live in my bare feet at home. So I think what I was doing is I was stepping on them, and they were sticking to my feet until a certain point where they didn't. Okay, I know that's gross. I am so sorry I had to tell the story. And there's still one I have to go pick up and put. And I'm trying to think, where am I going to put it when I get it in here? I will wash it first, though. Okay, that I just was playing. Collide was the prompt on day 17th, and I kept seeing this quote. I was looking up what I could do for collide, and I kept seeing this quote, a collision in the heavens is a disaster or something. It was just the same quote over and over and over. So I thought, okay, well, I don't feel like drawing any planets or stars or anything like that. I decided I was going to draw a flower. A collision in the garden can ruin a potential bouquet. I just kind of revised the quote. I don't even know who did the quote, but my daughter said, Mom, she says, I'm not so sure they look like flowers. To me, when I looked at it, and see if you see the same thing, let me know if you do. She says, I see 2 Reese cups and popcorn. I says, okay. Well, she's a chip off the old block. Okay, and then I actually did use this. I didn't use this. I didn't draw this for Inktober. It was already in the book, and by day 2, I was already stumped what to do, and I just took that one and called it my Inktober. And then later on, I colored it in, which I've colored in some of the early ones, but not all of them. And the prompt was suit. So I guess that's a bird suit. I'm trying to make up a way that those prompts are going to fit. And at the time, when I drew it way back in early September, sad birds still sing. And I thought, that's a great quote. But truthfully, I don't think there's any birds that are really sad. This was Inktober day something or other, and the prompt was moon. So, so this is a moon fairy sitting on a moon that I drew, and I used black watercolor and a little bit of silvery, silvery to make it like starlight and shimmery. But, you know, every time I look at that picture on Instagram, all I see is this negative thing, and it looks like a weird face to me. So it's a big F for fail. But, and it actually goes like this. But when I put it on Instagram, I think trying to get away from that face, I think I put it like that. So... anyway, I tilted it and it made it look like it was straight, but I tilted it for my Instagram drawing. Okay, there's another one. The prompt was tick, and I didn't want to draw a tick or a bug or anything like that. I don't like to draw bugs. I don't like bugs. I don't like ticks. And so anyway, so I put lipstick. Lipstick. And I just drew kind of the weird face was already there, and I just added to it. I just added a lipstick there and colored it in. This little quote I had written down just because I didn't want to forget it. Lose the fear of being wrong in your art, which I obviously lost that fear a long time ago, because I don't feel like anything is wrong. I love my art, and I'm happy to be back with you guys. And this is really long. Sorry. Here's some more of these. Inktober day 3 vessel. I actually did draw. I wanted to draw some flowers, and I thought it was kind of a weak drawing, but it got a lot of likes, so I was pretty happy with that. Nothing on this page. This is how this book is. That's the page that is pre-done to inspire you. This page, I was bound and determined I'm going to learn to draw in this direction. In this off, it's not a profile and it's not face on, it's that odd turn, and I just cannot. I'm just that's a struggle, and anyway, I drew a bunch of them, like that one afternoon, to see if I was get any better. But nope, I'm not any better. Nope, not any better. But, and I didn't do any more the next day. And, you know, this is why there's so many people that do really well, because they practice, and that's the key. This is Inktober day 6, and this was the prompt was spirit, and it was a horrible looking drawing. I just put it on anyway, and I wasn't even aware of what the prompt was. And then later on, I realized it was spirit, and I thought, oh, okay, that's perfect, because it looks like a very nasty spirit person in the air, goddess of some sort. And then, but before I discovered that, before I thought about it, I thought, let's see if I can't fix that by painting it. And trust me, this looks way better. This actually did. It looked way better. You'll have to go to my Instagram to see the original drawing. But it definitely looks like a spirit, and I was actually pretty happy that it worked out like that. Here was stuck, and this was day 12, and yeah, this is a very weird face. But you know, I tell you, if I was stuck in a jar like that, I think I would have a face like that too. This was day 13. Roof was the prompt, and I said, it's better to dance in the rain than to sit under a leaky roof. And that's basically taking lemons and making lemonade. Same thing. Inktober day 15 is helmet. Just don't even ask. Inktober day 24, extinct. And I thought, well, what is extinct in my lifetime? And the paper boy, I'm at a loss for words. I never see paper boys. I mean, I grew up every afternoon, and I didn't normally see the morning paper boy, but every afternoon I saw the afternoon paper boy on a bike throwing papers. And it's I mean, all for many years. And the only thing I would change about this is I would make the house number smaller and fit in there. But a little clue, that's the house number of the house I grew up in, 4013. Okay, that's how you put yourself into your drawings. I just thought I'd tell you. Day 29, patch, and I did a skull patch, and after I drew the needle and thread in there, I realized, if that's where it's going to be, I'm going to have to be all crooked with the sewing. I was going to go around it nice and carefully, but sorry. Now it's all crooked, but it fits in with where the needle goes in. I don't remember what day this was, but it was like in 27, 28, somewhere in there. And the word was crispy. The word was crispy. And I thought, oh, that's what I always say when anybody got sunburned. Oh my goodness, you're looking pretty crispy. So that's what I did. And then I cropped it so it looked like this was part of this arm, but it's not. It's part of this arm. It still looks odd. But anyway, that arm is its own arm on this side of the body. This arm is from that side of the body, reaching over and patting some cooling aloe on that sunburn, which is a very odd thing to think about when it's chilly and it's October, but that's crispy to me. This was a picture I just drew, and I put it on a different Instagram, my Art with Jean Bainey Instagram. And yeah, I was kind of happy with her. I had been drawing a couple other things that were really not too kosher, and I was actually pretty happy with her. This one was gosh, I can't remember what the prompt was for that. Spark. This prompt was spark, so I do a sparkler. Like a million other people, because I was completely uninspired that day. So I just did a sparkler. And I was away. I was out of town, and I had limited supplies, and, you know, so I didn't do that. And that's it. Okay, that's the book. You got to look through my Zen book that I have a lot more to do in here. But that's something I did, and I thought I'm going to get a video out for sure. Okay, and I'm probably not going to even edit this. I'm just going to get it the way it gets, because I'm finding my my groove again. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.